chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Berry, not at all scary. When I open like Fetty Wops, then find to these Urkels that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring, sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? Happy birthday. Jesus, let me tell you. Okay, first of all, I'm sorry. Happy Friday. Oh, Jesus. It's been a long day, okay? I don't know about y'all. But I wanna let y'all into my day. Okay. I just wanna let y'all into my day. My 24 hours. It's been hectic. So me and the wife, we leave. And I just need y'all to understand why I am how I literally just said happy birthday. Like it's been a rough 24 hours. It's been fun, but it's been rough. All right. So let me break you down my day. We get up, we get the kids ready, they go to school. The grandparents come over to watch the little ones, right? We leave Ohio about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah, it is my birthday, November 3rd anyway. I was about to say the 4th. I am really jacked up, right? So we leave about 8:30, 9 o'clock here in Ohio. We get to We get to Philly about 3:30-ish, right? So if anybody, look, y'all don't know. My wife is like a cheesesteak. She's like a cheesesteak fiend, right? She loves cheesesteaks. So she's never been to Philly and she's never had an authentic cheesesteak from Philly. I've never had one as well. So I'm not going to act like I'm out here, big Willie in it, Mr. Cheesesteak. I ain't never had one either, right? Like I've had cheesesteaks, but not from Philly. So, she already got her TikTok list together. She like, I said, hey, babe, we're going to Philly. I don't want to hear no, like, I don't know what I want to eat. No, I need you to know what you want to eat. And I need you to know where you want to go. So she's like, the two top places I've seen on TikTok is like Angelo and DeSante's or something like that. So we go to Angelo's. Cheesesteak was hidden. I ain't gonna hold you. Cheesesteak was fire. The cheesesteak was absolutely amazing. Now, the crazy thing is this though, right? So we walking up. Now, mind you, I got my Dell State hoodie on. And this is I told her I was going to say this. So I was going to talk about this on the platform. Northeast HBCUans and Southern HBCUans, I'm understanding they are a completely different mode. They're a completely different breed. They're just different, right? So I'm going to give you an example. If I was wearing a Southern hoodie, right, and I was walking up to a place and another person had a Southern hoodie, it would be like, oh, did you go to Southern? I'd be like, nah, I'm going to the game and I'm rooting for them. Oh, we going to the game too? Where are you going to be at? Oh, we going to be here. Oh, we also tailgate. You should come through that. That's how that works. That's usually how that works. It don't matter what FAMU, Jackson, Southern, it don't matter what hoodie I got on. If it's below the Mason-Dixon line, 9 times out of 10, that's how it's going to work. I'm wearing my Dell State hoodie. Mind you, Dell State is Dell State at the end of it, right? I'm wearing my Dell State hoodie. I walk up to Angelo's. There's another lady wearing a Dell State hoodie. 2 ladies. We walk past each other. They see me. I see them. And she pretend like she ain't saying. So we get our food. I walk back out. She see me again. She still don't say nothing. And then it's a black Bama with a Norfolk State shirt on. He don't say nothing. So me and my wife, we walking away, and I said, babe, that would have been, I said, we would have been talking there for like 20, 30 minutes if it was the South. You know what I'm saying? They up here, they're like, we see you from Dell State, and? Like, I'm so serious. Now, mind you, we both in Philly. We not in Delaware. We both in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all being who y'all are. Oh, Scotty, you could have spoke. You could have said something. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? She said, fuck that. I said, fuck that. We can F it. F it. We both F it. Well, don't matter. F you. Right? So he said, yeah, that's my HBCU. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It would have been something. It would have been something, Smash. I was like, this would have never happened. This would have never. We would have been there. We probably would have still been there talking right here, right now, right? So that's just a little different. And I'll get more into the game and all that type of stuff. But overall, man, let me just say, I love when HBCUs have a game at NFL stadiums. And the reason why I love it is because of the seamlessness of everything. It's just so easy to enter and leave and get this. Now, they did have me ripping and running with my head cut off, right? Let me say something. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm about to go old school Scotty, right? Now, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go there. So I'm ripping and running trying to get my credentials, right? So like I go to J Lot, they say it's not at J Lot. I go back, they say it's at the front gate. I go back to the front gate. And now, mind you, if you've ever been to the Eagle Stadium, it ain't no walk in the park, okay? Like, that shit long. Like, if you at one lot to go to another lot, it's a long walk, okay? So we going back and forth. Now, it's a guy, short, bald-headed. He works for Fox News, right? He sees me. He don't even, again, I don't fuck with Fox News, and I get it, right? But I would, if I know somebody, even if I don't fuck with you, if I know like it's a media credential, I'm like, hey man, like they got us getting out. I don't gotta fuck with you to be like, hey, listen, I don't know if you know, but the media credentials is right here. You know what I'm saying? Like they in the cut. You know what I'm saying? This nigga saw me twice and proceeded to walk his short midget ass. And I'm like, bro, like, I ain't want to, again, you got to be professional and stuff like that. So I ain't want to get inside the stadium and act a fool, right? Because I'm like, I'm in this hole, like, you know what I'm saying? I got field access. I'm on the field. Ain't no red tape. Ain't nobody trying to escort me. Ain't nobody trying to find me to kick me out. Shout out to Dale State again, because it was their home game. It's the only reason why I got my ass on some field access, right? Because it was a freaking Dale State home game. If it was a Norfolk State home game, that would have been a completely different issue. But yeah, I felt like that was a real bitch move. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt like that was a real bitch move. And the person know who I'm talking about too, short, bald-headed midget, right? So I felt like that was a real bitch move. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I was like, come on, man. Like, you could at least be like, hey, Scotty, like, here, da. Because I know you know me, because I know who he is, and he more irrelevant than me. So if I know who you are, I damn sure know you know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Bald-headed bastard. Anyway, so that happened. So moving on from there, right? So, but overall, no, I love when HBCU games are at NFL stadiums. The ease of getting in and out is just one of a kind. Parking, whatever you need, man, the smoothness of it all, because they just do this on a constant basis. So it just ran really, really smooth. Listen, I gotta break it all down, man. I really do, man. This was an absolute monster of a game. It was I'm saying it because I need people to understand. I was not expecting this. And I want to give a shout out to my boy Kenny. He actually convinced me to go to the game. I was not going to go to this game. I was like, I don't feel like going. It's a Thursday. It's going to be a turn and burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, because literally after the game, me and the wife drove back, right? So we got out the game about 11 o'clock. I couldn't do the post game. I couldn't do the post game presser because I had to get back to the kids. You know what I'm saying? So it literally was after 11:15, we was back on the road. We got home at 5:30 in the morning. We was rolling, all right? My wife did 2 hours, I did 4 hours, and that's just how it went. You know what I'm saying? So it was a tough drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been up ever since. Like, probably took like a 2-hour nap, and I've been up ever since. But that I'm still glad that he convinced me to go to the game. And shout out to his cousin Brandon and all them guys, and shout out to Mr. Jeff, shout out to Mr. Barry, all the guys from JP Morgan Chase I met. Miss Jolene, shout out to you, man. Everybody at the JP Morgan Chase booth. That was amazing, man. You guys are awesome. Appreciate the hospitality. Now, to the game, right? To the game. I mean, let's talk about, I want to talk about the atmosphere, right? Like, and I'm going to say this. When it works, it works. When it works, it works. I love Coach Cole. I don't give a fuck what Coach Cole talking about. Right? This is what you get celebrities for. This is what you get celebrities for. Just talk about how close the game was going to be a scary game. Oh, just like it was for you, but you was on the other end of that. Hey, listen. They beat you by 9. They beat Norfolk by 7. Listen, a dub's a dub. We out there, Jay. All right? Game of the year, like I said, we out there, Jay. All right? Now, listen. When it works, it works. This is what you ask. I need people to understand, and I got to give Josh credit. I got to give Josh full credit. He called this being at the link. Now, he said it was going to be the next year. He didn't think they had enough time to put it together this year. But Josh called this, and I can go back when they first hired Deshawn Jackson. He was like, hey, listen, you play this game at the link, right? That's just great foreshadowing and marketing for what it was. But, man, you got to run this back. It was amazing. I can't – listen, I'm telling you, I've been to some big games in the SWAC. I was at the Soul Bowl Deion's first year. That was amazing. I was at Jackson and Southern Deion's college game day. I was there at that one. I'm telling you, this was probably top 5 of the best games I have ever been to. And it's really top 2. It would literally be the Jackson State and Southern College game day would be number 1. And this will be like a 1B. I need y'all to understand, like, the atmosphere was electric. Like it felt like you couldn't sit down. Like you really, like when the game first, like everybody was into the game. It was so damn good. And this is the reason why I have it underneath Jackson and Fam. Because Jackson and Southern, that's the reason I have it on Jackson. Because Jackson and Southern was put on by an HBCU stadium. It was a true HBCU game. It was I think the Delaware State and Norfolk game, it was great, but the production done by the Eagles made it that much more better, and you can't replicate that in a HBCU setting. Do you get what I'm saying? Like a true HBCU home and home game, you can't replicate what you got at the Eagles Stadium. You just can't, right? It's not possible because the professionalism and the professional money put behind it makes it one of a kind. But I need y'all to understand, I'm gonna bring this video up. And I need y'all to understand just how much they loved. Like, hold on. That was the toughest thing. Like when you're trying to compare, it was just different, right? Because the Eagles production was so great. The Eagles announcer was great. The environment was great. The crowd was into the game. No way 1B is crazy. No, I'm so serious. So no, it's 1B. Like for real. If Jackson and Southern College game day was 1A, this game is 1B. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the interaction, again, I need y'all to understand. A natural HBCU game goes like this. Big play, yay, no play. Big play, yay, no play. Big play, yay, no play. Like the crowd was into the game the whole time. Delaware State's band was irrelevant. They didn't play at all. For the first half, they probably played one song in the first half. I'm so serious. Delaware State's band didn't play one. They probably played one song in the half. And the Legion didn't come until halftime. The Legion wasn't even there until after halftime, right? They did their performance. When you saw them perform, that's when they got there, right? So there was no band participation. And that's the only reason why this game is not better than Jackson and Southern, because there was no band battle to give you that full HBCU essence, because the rest were letting it go. Listen, I'm telling y'all, listen to what I'm telling you. If you would have had, I need y'all to understand what I'm saying. Imagine Deshawn Jackson, Michael Vick with Southern and Jackson's band, and the way that the refs did not give a damn about playing, because the Legion was playing. Once they got in the stadium, they started playing. They never stopped them. Who had the ball? They was rocking. They was jamming. It was crazy. Yeah, the DJ. I like the DJ playing because Delaware State's band is ass. Delaware State's band is not good. It's a bunch of mishmash ragtag guys just out there having a good time. You know, we playing instruments. It's not. That game is not a band battle. That's not what it's for. And the Eagles announcer and the DJ kept everybody involved in the game, because Delaware State's band is not like that. It's like a party band, right? It's like that's why it's a 1B. That's why you're making my point. That's why it's a 1B, because you didn't get the true essence of an HBCU band battle in the stands. Because if you had Southern and you had the Legion, or if you had Jackson and you had the Legion, then you would have that band atmosphere with it. But you couldn't, because DSU ain't about to play nothing. They over there just sitting like this. Hey, man, we just here, right? And the Legion over there, when they finally got there late, like niggas is late, right? They played. So that's the reason why it's 1B, because I'm telling you, 1A, you still have to have essence of that HBCU flair, and that's what Jackson and Southern has. And I'll never forget. Hey, shout out to my guy, Mr. 32K TV. Shout out to my boy Will, got me the shirt, man. Appreciate it. And appreciate you being there, man, to support me. So when you get like that Jackson and Southern, like that first quarter, whatever they call it, like that The zero quarter, I'm sorry. Ooh, I've been here long enough. I should know that. There was no zero quarter. There was no band, but there was no zero. Again, that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. That's why it's 1B. It cannot beat. It can't replace the actual thing in an actual stadium by HBCU. It just can't. To me, that's not fair to them, because to me, I look at it like this, right? If I take that game and bring it to the Eagles Stadium, it blows everybody out the water. That's my whole point. If you take that Jackson and Southern game and you take it and you drop it in the Eagles Stadium, or you drop it in the Bayou Classic, if you drop it in Arlington, if you drop it in any NFL stadium, it will blow everything out the water, because it's showtime. We here now, right? So that's why it can't compete to that level of a Jackson and Southern because of the bands, and that's the essence that it was missing yesterday. But other than that, shit, boy, listen. I didn't even know Delaware State had that many fans, okay? They was in there with their little red balloons. Hey, they was rocking. Okay? They was rocking. So I want to play out this video. This was the intro video to how Del State came out, man. I thought this was freaking amazing, bro. It was so lit. I can't even lie to you. It was so freaking lit. I want it. What's going on? Let me take this off. Boom. All right, here we go. Oh, this nigga's so tough, bro. You had to be there to get the deal. It was so tough.
New Jack era.
Deshawn just took him to a new level, bro.
This is dope.
They took him to a new level.
This is dope.
Dog, when listen, man, I'm telling you, it was so fire. I can't explain. Like, it was epic, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you was in the stadium, it was absolutely epic. Just the video, you saw Deshawn Jackson in the tunnel getting ready before the video, right? Like, it was tough, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it was absolutely freaking amazing. Shout out to them guys, man. It was, dog, I'm telling you, it was lit, bro. It was absolutely lit. I can't explain it anymore. But Eagles production was top tier. But I think if the game was in Norfolk, it would have been just as crazy. I don't know. I don't know. It would have been a good game, but the Eagles production just made it that much better. And I again, when Delaware State doesn't have the band that you're looking for in this battle, you need a DJ. I need people to understand that. See, again, if you go to Norfolk State, if this game is at Norfolk Stadium, you're not getting the band battle that you want, because DSU is not that type of band. They just are not, right? So you're not getting the full essence of a band battle. That's why the DJ had to play as much as it did. Because if you was waiting for Delaware State to play something, you sadly mistaken. You're going to be waiting. And you're going to be waiting long. And then they're going to hit you with some, he be coming around the mountain when he come. He be coming around the mountain when he come. It's not going to hit it's not going to hit. So you needed the DJ, you needed the Eagles production to really take that game to another level, right? But that's neither here nor there. But it was absolutely, I'm telling you, it was absolutely phenomenal, right? And during warm-ups, I thought it was going to be a rain shower. Like it felt like the sky opened up like right before the game, and then it just stopped raining. It didn't rain at all. So that was what it was, right? But I want to, I don't ever really. Hey, listen. Let me say this. I'm sorry. Yeah, another point. 47K on a Thursday night. When I tell you, I don't know what y'all saw on TV, but when I tell you that whole bottom bowl was filled up to the brim, and then right above the bottom bowl is nothing but sweets. And the sweets were filled. And then if you go to the next level, they have people on that level as well. So when I tell you it was absolutely packed, it was to the brim packed. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know what y'all saw on TV, but I don't give a damn. It was to the brim. That whole bottom bowl was, you couldn't find a seat. Couldn't find a seat in that whole bottom bowl. It was absolutely crazy. So that was absolutely now, and this is the point that, and this is the thing that people are saying, right? And now y'all know I don't really agree with Fox News a lot. I don't really do that. But in this instance, I have to agree with him, right? I hate, and I respect Erica. I love Erica, right? Erica, good people. She's funny. I don't agree with her mindset on this one, because this is why I think HBCUs stay in the place that they stay in, because you want people who've graduated from your institutions to come back and support. Well, they already know what it is. The only way you grow your brand is to get somebody that has never heard about you to then like you. How do you think Alabama, Texas, Auburn, all these, there's not many black people that have graduated from Auburn, but they be repping at school like it's the end of the world. There's not a lot of black people that have graduated from the University of Alabama, but you couldn't tell them that. They over there roll tide. I do not like this mindset in HBCU. I don't give a damn if half of them niggas was Eagles fans. They could probably become Delaware State or Norfolk fans, just like I became an HBCU fan. I was a subplant into the culture. There was white people. Listen to me when I tell you. There was white people with Deshawn Jackson Delaware State jerseys on with their face painted. Now, what niggas you know gonna go to a football game with painted faces? I ain't seen one. Now, the only time I've ever seen a black person painted with anything is at like the University of Texas or the University of Alabama. It's that one token black kid that's in the line of all the white boys, and he got touchdown on his stomach. He the O, you know what I'm saying? Or he the N on touchdown. That's it. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you anything that I saw with my own two eyes. He got on the Jumbotron. It was a white Bama with the Deshawn Jackson jersey on, and he was like, yeah, let's go. I mean, come on. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that type of energy at a football game. Now, again, this is my problem with HBCU fans and HBCU alums. They'll graduate from a Howard, and then they'll go to a Maryland game, right? They'll go to a Maryland game and they'll stand up the whole game. They'll cheer the whole game. Or they'll go to a Penn State game and be like, or Penn State, or they'll go, we got hoes calling. You got Penn State. You got over 100,000 white people saying the N-word. Nobody got a problem with that, though. Nobody got a problem with that. You got 100,000 white people in Penn State saying the N-word. I got hoes calling a young nigga phone. They say Shepherd. We know they saying the N-word. Stop playing with us. What are we talking about? But then you get to your own environment. Then you want to sit down. You want to be quiet. You don't want to yell. You don't want to be interactive. You want the band to make you get up every 2 seconds? Stop it. So, no, I hope they were Eagles fans because I saw a lot of Eagles jersey. I saw a lot of Eagles jerseys out there. But that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the black fan who has never gone to an HBCU game. You're looking for the white fan that has never gone to an HBCU game. That is why you bring in the Deshawn Jacksons of the world and the Michael Vicks of the world. So that you open up your eyes to different fandoms and different fan bases. So now, Howard, you actually sell out your stadium on a regular ass game on a Saturday that ain't homecoming. Like, Delaware State can now maybe find. Let me tell you how impactful Deshawn Jackson is, right? I'm in my suite. I'm in my red zone suite. Shout out to my boy Kenny and Brandon, right? Shout out to JB Morgan and Chase and them guys. I look over to the right, to the suite next to us. It's the governor of Delaware in the suite next to us with a Deshawn Jackson Delaware State jersey. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Do you think he has ever gone to a Delaware State game? I bet you another one. I bet you he has never worn a Delaware State jersey in his godforsaken life. But that is what happens when you make these type of hires and it works out in your benefit. And it works out in your benefit. And if you don't believe me, I got a picture for your ass. Let me see here. Let me find the governor. I'm gonna show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. But this is what happens when you make an impactful hire like a Deshawn Jackson or a Michael Vick. The only thing they was missing was the Virginia governor. Should have made a bet on it. This is the governor of Delaware. That's him. I ain't got the lie, Craig. I ain't got the lie. This is what it looked like. That's him repping. He stayed until after halftime like a good HBCU fan would. He left after halftime. Perfect timing. He's part of the culture now. So again, I don't have to lie about stuff like this is what I keep trying to explain to y'all. I keep trying to explain to y'all that it's bigger than just he's not an HBCU guy. It's bigger than, oh, we just want our regular. You've been fucking losing with the regular blacks. Delaware State has been irrelevant for the last 13 plus years, hiring the same old black people they've hired. And the new AD says, you know what? Let's shake it up. Let's do something different. And look what different got them. Different got them in the Eagle Stadium. Different got the governor of fucking Delaware wearing a Delaware State shirt, a jersey of Deshawn Jackson. And it was clean too, by the way. I need one of those too, right? So again, what I'm telling you, this, when it works, I keep saying, when it works, it works. It's no different than Dion rolling up to the mayor's office and to the governor's office of Jackson or wherever he was at, right, on the Capitol steps, and everybody taking pictures and waving. That's what happens. These are the moments that you follow, and you're like, hey, we made this impact. We're doing this. We're doing that. So again, I love Erica, but I have to completely disagree with this logic. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm not saying she hating. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying this logic, it don't matter, because you wish you could get half of Maryland fans in there into your stadium. You wish you could get, I mean, goddamn, you got them Spirit seats in your stadium. You wish you could get Towson to come over there and fill it up. Or the University of Maryland. Or Washington Redskin. Matter of fact, you should go hire Clinton Portis. That would make sense. So maybe you could sell out games outside of homecoming. Right? So it's just little things like that. It's just like, come on, man. Like, and again, it's not just Erica. It was multiple tweets like that saying, well, there were Eagles fans and there were Eagles fans there and they really didn't. That's the whole fucking point. You just don't understand it because you've never experienced it. That's the whole fucking point, is that you and everyone. And the funny thing is, they don't even know what they're spewing, because the same HBCU alums telling you or telling everybody on Twitter, like, oh my God, there were Eagles fans. You the same ones that go root for the white schools. So shut up. Everybody that tweeted at Stephen Gaither's tweet, I bet you they have a white team that they root for. You can't tell me they don't. Ohio State, LSU, Texas, ain't graduated from them. Ain't spent $1 or a dime at Texas, Ohio State, Michigan, but they got merchandise. But you don't have the logic to think that, well, maybe our schools deserve the same thing. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? All right. So that when I tell you I can't stand that, I really cannot stand that. Because let me tell you something about me. Before HBCU football, I didn't give a damn about college football. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. See, I'm not biased. I'm not a hypocrite, right? I did not care about college football. I was a pro guy. I love my Cowboys, and I walked into that stadium with my Cowboys beanie on. Now, I was getting checked time and time again, so I had to take it off because I ain't want to be disrespectful to, these are Eagles legends. So I didn't want to be too disrespectful. But I stood on business. I was like, hey, I ain't walking into – I've never been to Link. I've never been to Lincoln Financial. I'm not about to walk into the enemy's territory and not represent my Dallas Cowboys. So I came in there with my beanie for a good 30, 45 minutes. Let everybody know, baby. Yeah, you see it. You see it. And then I proceeded to take it off, right? So, yeah. But anyway, but that's my 2 cents on that, right? So, again, I'm going to say this. As HBCU fans, you have to be open you have to be available to the sidewalk and casual fans, right? You gotta be open to because again, I know all you it's 342 people in here. 300 of you Bama's got a white team. Y'all got a white team. Now, one white person has came up to you and says, did you graduate from the University of Tennessee? Did you graduate from the University of Texas? Did you graduate from the University of Maryland? Did you go to Alabama? Did you go to Auburn? Did you go to Florida? Did you go to LSU? Nobody says that. Nobody says that. Ever. Ever. You know what they say? Hook 'em horns. Roll Tide. Go Bulldogs. That's all they say. They never ask you, did you actually go to the goddamn school? Because they know most people didn't go to the goddamn school. That's what it is. But as soon as you put an HBCU, you can't rep nothing HBCU with somebody saying, did you graduate? Did you go? You be like, God damn. No, I didn't. Can I just wear the shirt? I like the shirt. I like the colors. You like the colors. Why are you wearing that if you only like the colors? Nigga, move on. Move your ass on. Right? So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. And it bothers me. It bothers me. You know what I'm saying? It bothers me. But, hey, maybe one day y'all get out y'all feelings and move on. All right? Now, I'm not going to be the one to say I told you so. Not going to be the one to say I told you so. Oh, I'm not going to be the one to tell you I told you so. Now, it's real funny to me. I said that Norfolk State and Delaware State was going to be the game of the year. I said that. It was a damn good game, and it was packed out. I said that. That was me. I said that Deshawn Jackson was going to win 8 wins. I said that. That was me. Now, listen, best coach in the MEAC, he's getting there. I'm sorry. When you go out and you beat Trey Oliver your first time in Durham, in their homecoming, that counts for something. Now, we all know Trey Oliver is notorious for losing the first-time head coaches. That is also his problem as well, right? So I get that. But he getting damn close because I need y'all to understand. I got to break this all the way down for y'all really to get my frustration of why people, I really, Damon Wilson, listen to me. Listen to me now. I need y'all to listen to me very carefully. Damon Wilson built Bowie up into a powerhouse. I think he was there for like 10 or 11 years. He comes to Morgan and he's been absolutely average. Now, I would ask you all in the chat, what job would you rather have? Would you have rather had Morgan State or would you have rather had Delaware State? Don't worry. I'll wait. All you Bamas would have picked Morgan State over Delaware State any day of the year. And that just shows you how bad Damon Wilson has been at Morgan State. Round number 2, Dawson Odoms won at Southern, went over to Norfolk. Trash. Michael Vick there. He trashed part 2, right? Moving along. Now you got Larry Scott. Larry Scott has been inconsistent at the quarterback position since he went to the Celebration Bowl. He hasn't been able to find a quarterback to save his God-forsaken life after the Celebration Bowl. And they've been up and down. And I'm going to ask you a question. What job would you rather have? Howard or Delaware State? Don't worry, I'll wait. All right then, right? So again, you have taken Howard over Delaware State. So now going to the 2 big dogs. You got NCCU and you got South Carolina State. Well, we already know he done beat Trey Oliver year 1 at homecoming at the Nest that everybody said was not going to happen, which it did. Beat him by 9. So now the only person that is on this list is South Carolina State Chennisberry. And I'm gonna say this right here, right now. If Deshawn Jackson runs the table, he is the best coach in the MEAC because of the situation that was handed to him. It's a difference. See, it's a difference with Deion going to Jackson and him revitalizing a dormant program. Deshawn Jackson, D-Jack, went to a lifeless program whose people was like, we don't even care about football. We know we suck. We cool with that. We good. And not only did he revitalize them, he got them believing that they can go to the championship year 1. If that don't make you the best coach, Chennisberry did not walk into a loser like Delaware State and turn it around. Now, Trey Oliver and NCCU, that one might be up in the air, but I don't think it's not ever going to be compared to how bad Delaware State was. So, again, it's not as that situation, and he did a great job. I'm not taking anything away from 5 years, turned around, won a championship, beat Jackson State, one of the best teams in HBCU football. Not taking anything away from the accomplishment. All I'm saying is this: from where it started to where it is now, and him calling his shot and telling people this is not a rebuild. It's going to be different. And people looked at him crazy. People smirked. People laughed. People laughed at me when I said it was 8 wins. But I believed him. And let me just say this. I want to play you this video of his post-game press conference. I'm not going to play a lot of it because it's pretty long, right? But the one thing that I've gotten from watching D-Jack is he has first of all, it started with the press conference. And I'm going to keep saying that. How Vic came to the press conference and how Deshawn Jackson came to the press conference showed you the intentionality behind it. That's just 1. 2, D-Jack as a player was a very edgy, chip on your shoulder type of player, like always out to prove people wrong. As a coach, it feels like he has such an inner confidence about him and the staff and the people he's had around him, that there's just an like an inner confidence that you just can't explain. But when you watch the press conference, you'll kind of get what I'm saying. Hopefully you'll get what I'm saying. All right, let me play this press conference for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about.
Man, it was hard not to think about this game, man, since, you know, we knew we was playing here first and foremost. To be able to get this opportunity to play at a stadium like this, man, where, you know, me and Mike Vick called home for 20 years, man, and, you know, just the things we accomplished on this field, man, it was surreal. So we had 7 games before this, or I think we had 7 games before this, and every game it was hard to not think about this game. So I'm glad we're here, we're over with it, and we can move on. But I mean, it just shows today, man, just the energy. When I walked on the field, man, smelling that grass, man, it just went through my veins. I just felt like I was about to play a game because that grass smelled very familiar.
What has this whole week been like leading up to tonight's game?
Man, it's been mind-boggling, man, honestly. You know, I'm big on preparation. And I know this was a short week, you know, having college guys prepare after we just played a tough battle game on Saturday down in Durham and a long bus ride, and then we come back and, you know, we only have 2 days of preparation, and you know, just throughout the week, I just didn't feel like we had the best week of practice. You know, and just expectations for this team is very high, and our standard we have is high as well too. And every day we go out on the field, we always, you know, try to maintain that standard. But I just didn't feel we had the best week of practice, and it kind of shows today. But it was just, you know, it was great to still come out with a win.
What was that moment like with Michael? What was that moment like with Michael after the game and getting carried off the field, I guess? Right?
Man, that moment, you know, at the middle of the field with Michael, man, you know, I truly look up to him. He's always been you know, a big bro to me. Got a great relationship. You know, I admired him growing up. Just, you know, all his accolades and what he was able to do. And then when he came here, man, it was just like a dream come true to be able to play with a quarterback like him. You know, it's just, his record doesn't show to the amount that he does, man. You know, they played a hard-fought game today. They gave us a tough battle. And I'm just proud of them, man, both of us, man. We're in a position where we're inspiring and changing, you know, young men's lives at HBCU, man. It don't get no better than that. So, you know, with the wins and losses, you know, we all want to win. We put so much work into winning, but, you know, just that moment when you see your brother, man, you see how great he's doing, man. And I just, you know, I can't say I feel bad for him, but I just hope that it translates to wins for him because he deserved it.
What was your primary second half, Deshawn? Leading up to this week, and how did you like the response?
My primary message was honestly, man, you know, keep the main thing. I feel like we allowed the lights and the big stage to kind of get us out of our game and take our focus off a little bit. The first half, we wasn't ourselves. Obviously, the second half, we came out. You know, we were stopped on that first drive. And, you know, I always preach when we get the ball coming out of the second half, we got to score. We did score. So, you know, just really just keeping the main thing, and just not allowing this big atmosphere to be too big for us.
Peyton Manning was out for a little bit in the first and second half. When he came back in that,
I don't listen. Again, it could just be could just be me. But there's just a stoicness to how he handles himself, right? Because again, he's a professional. He's been in these situations before. He's been a player. He's had to answer questions there. And this is why I tell you guys all that. I tell you, listen, oh my God. I really wish sometimes y'all would really listen to me. I tell you, a lot of these coaches could not go to another level because they're not prepared media-wise mentally. They're too fragile. They're just too fragile, right? Like, I'm not saying as human beings we don't take on criticism and we don't wear it well, but how you respond and how you speak to the media shows you where your ceiling is at. Because, again, if you can't handle the media in losses, how can you go to another level when everything gets ramped up, when everything gets heightened, right? When you have every time you step out on the field, your job is on the line. People are talking about you. They don't like your decisions. That's why I tell you, some people are just meant to be in this space because they have the power and the mandate to manipulate what they want to manipulate. But if they were trying to go to another level, you have to understand there's as you elevate, there's going to become more and more problems. More and more money and more success comes with more problems. Biggie said it. Everybody says it. More money, more problems, right? So there's a professionalism that Deshawn shows. And granted, he's been in the driver's seat because he's been winning. He hasn't been having to deal with the 1-7 and 1-8. He doesn't have that problem. He's able to speak to it. But if you go back and watch this whole press conference, you just see him. He's not satisfied. He gives me Kobe vibes in the playoffs, right? Like when you're used to winning, or you're used to being a success, or you're used to having, or you have a certain amount of success in your mind, when they say, well, Kobe, how do you feel about getting this game 3? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just another game, right? And that's the mindset that Deshawn Jackson has with this team, and that he has his team believing in what it is. Now, I completely agree. I said it on the watch party last night with Zoe and Mr. Campbell. I think they were too amped for this game. And again, they have never been in a situation like that. Durham and NCCU, it was us against the world type of mentality, right? So it was like, hey, we got to come out, foot the neck, boot. They're not going to give us anything. In this one, it was like a showcase, right? The celebrities are out. The big names are here. AI, Cam Newton, Hugh Douglas, Brandon Graham, Jason Peter. It's just celebrity after celebrity, right? Freeway here, young Chris, young Neefy, all these Bamas is in the building. And I don't think the team was mentally focused for the first half. And I think for the second half, Deshawn Jackson had to calm them down and say, hey, listen, man, it's nice. It's nice to be in the public spotlight. It's nice to have all this glitz and glamour because you've never experienced it. Delaware State's never been in this situation. So when you have a situation like this, the bright lights come out. For some players, it's just too bright. And I think he had to settle his team in and understand, like, hey, they came to see us. They came to see a football game, and we still got to go out and play football. And that's the part I think that's how you get the result that you get. They come back and they kind of take the game over and they win, right? Now, on the flip side of this thing, hey, listen, what they say, change is going to come. Michael Vick has some stuff he has to get right. And again, you can't have the demeanor that you have and lose, because people can run with the narrative that you're not vocal enough. And I think right now, that's the stigma that's being held over. I think that's the stigma that's being held over Michael Vick's head, is that one, your team is super undisciplined, and that he doesn't have the personality to light a fire underneath his guys. And again, Tony Dungy wasn't that type of coach. You have other coaches in the NFL. Wade Phillips wasn't that type of coach and had success. But the only way you continue to be that guy, the Tony Dundys and the Wade Phillips, is that you have to win. Because that docile, hey, it's okay, everything's going to be all right, being too cool for school, it only works when you're winning. And it only works when you're a superstar athlete that can take over a game and you just make it seem like it's laissez-faire. But when you're a coach and the camera is on you on the sidelines and people don't see you rah-rahing, and because remember, people was getting on Deion because the whole game, like, who you talking to, Deion? The whole game like this. Right? So again, people can take so many different narratives and run with it without the wins. And I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I am saying that change needs to come, because if you have Deshawn Jackson taking a worse program to higher heights and evaluating the quarterback position the right way, finding the right offensive coordinator to fit his scheme and fit the players around him, you got to do better, Michael Vick. Let me tell you something. Linda, let me tell you something. And I hope everybody I hope Kevon King watching this. I hope every single running back from Norfolk State is watching this. I wouldn't give you niggas the ball at all. Let me give you some SWAC love, because you ain't used to getting this type of stuff from the MEAC. Let me holler at you. I wouldn't give you guys not nair rock. It would be Otto Coons to the rescue. I'm telling Otto from Jump Street, bro. You're throwing 35 to 40 times a game because that Delaware State back end and our wide receivers with J.J. Evans and Cam and DeAndre, whatever his name is, we're better. We're flat out better. And the OC, listen, I get it. That pick that Otto threw was bad. It was bad. He stared it down. He was late. It was bad. Shouldn't have went there. But, man, if the receivers from Norfolk State catch the ball, this is a completely different game. Completely different. Completely different. I wouldn't even waste my time trying to hand the ball off. I'm not doing it. Maybe 3rd and 1, maybe 3rd and 2. But if you think I'm about to start the first down handing y'all niggas the ball, you are out your cotton picking mind. I would be, listen, I love Delaware State. I do. Lord knows I do. But if I was Norfolk State, I would literally, if I was Otto Coons, I would look at the defense, find number 5, the defensive back, and we're going at you, my boy. You. We're coming at you. Down. Why they say, hey, I'm telling number 5 we going at you. Because you not stopping nobody. You ain't stopping a nosebleed, a cold, a penny rolling down the street. You not stopping nobody. I would have went at number 5 so bad, Deshawn Jackson would have had to sub him out. That is how bad I would have gone at number 5. Just flat out. Flat out. I'm passing him around like a blunt. Everybody getting the turn. Hey, Cam, it's your turn. Hey, JJ, you next. Hey, DeAndre, that's exactly what I would have done. That's exactly what I would have done. I'm not about to play. I'm not about to act like I got a scheme. I'm going at number 5. Yep, that's my scheme. Until you stop it, until you take him out, that's my scheme. Going at you. Very simple. But again, what happens? People try to get too cute. Because then, you know what happens? You start sending that safety over the top. Now I go in the middle. I'm a dictate to you. I'm going to make you do what I want you to do. I'm going to put J.J. Evans on number 5 because he's our big guy. No Diddy. Once he can't stop him, you're going to move the safety over top, and I'm going to the middle. Now I'm hitting you across the middle with the seams. How you want this? I'm like Denzel Washington on training day. I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? That's how I'm talking to Del, because you can't stop me. You cannot stop me. You can only hope to contain me. And I'm telling Otto the whole game, you better warm your shoulder up, son, because you're throwing it 45 to 50 times a game. We're not about to play this game with them. Very simple. Very simple. And listen, I love Delaware State. Y'all know I do. But I'm going to keep it a buck. Got to call a spade a spade. That's exactly what would have been my game plan. And the fact that you still trying to hand the ball off when all your biggest gains and all your positive stuff came from passing attack. But hey, I digress. So whatever, I'm gonna tell you this: whatever they deserve, whatever Norfolk got, that's what they deserve. Now I'm not gonna lie, Otto missed a wide open touchdown with a guy running a post route in the first quarter. But they said it was an inadvertent whistle and it kind of threw him off or whatever. So, but yeah, so he just flat out missed that. But 2 times receivers just dropped the ball. I mean, and it was getting so bad. I remember I was on the field. It was 3rd and 17. They had no safety over the top for either number 6 or number 5 at DB. The dude takes off and he just starts grabbing him. I said, bro, why are you impressed? Why are you impressed, man, at 3rd and 17? I will never understand. You're impressed, man, in 3rd and 17? Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? It didn't make any sense. And at the end of the day, when I mean Norfolk State is undisciplined, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties that they got were just so badly timed. I mean, you were literally about to get off the field. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Norfolk. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Norfolk. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, just play dead. I don't know. Just stop. It was every time. It was literally every time. I'm just like, man, this is sad. This is absolutely sad. But let me continue on. All right, atmosphere, gave it an A+. Absolutely electric. All right, the bands, I gave it a C. Listen, that Delaware State band, Scotty Norfolk receivers can't catch. They missed some. They did. But at the same time, they needed to do better. I ain't gonna hold you. They definitely need to do better. The bands, I gave it a C. I'm gonna say this. I didn't get the hype over the Legion. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. They sounded good. I didn't get the hype. They just sounded like a regular band. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't peep the hype. Maybe they didn't play their songs that they usually played, but I was on the field at halftime. I wasn't impressed. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I wasn't impressed. I mean, they got a lot of get up though. God, dog. I mean, I would hate to be in that band. They got the helmet, they got the fur, they got the long shiny pants. Everybody got capes. It's a lot. It's a lot going on there. But I didn't get the hype of it. So the Legion. Okay, cool. Now they big band, but I didn't get the hype. Got to do a rematch. You have to do. Like in boxing, they be like, you got to have a rematch clause or a hydration clause. Like there has to be a rematch clause in this thing. Has to be a rematch clause. It was absolutely phenomenal of a game. Now, I'm going to try to be in Dover for South Carolina State and Delaware State. I'm going to try to be there for that game in Dover. I'm going to try to make it to that. It's a 6-hour drive again, so hopefully I'm damn sure ain't doing no turn and burn. Probably leave Friday night, get there Friday. Probably leave Friday, midday, Friday night, stay there, come back on Sunday. But definitely trying to be in the building for South Carolina State and Delaware State. So it is what it is. You got to have a rematch. Got to have a rematch for this game. It was absolutely stunning. Loved it. Loved every bit of it, man. But, that's just my 2 cents, guys, on the game. I'm going to open the call lines up, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124, if you would like to call in, if you'd like to talk about the game. Now,
you are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
Now, I'm going to say this. I don't know if I'm saying, okay. So with Morgan, I think the Morgan game just got moved to ESPN2 or ESPNU. Do you think the production will remain the same if they have a rematch? I absolutely do. I really do. Listen. The Eagles love them some Deshawn Jackson and Michael Vick. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. I think it was really a red carpet situation. It was really truly a red carpet situation. They had the banners all around the stadium. I mean, it legitimately looked like a Delaware State home game. No lies, no difference. It legit looked like a Delaware State home game with all the production around it. I mean, I didn't even notice until I got to the red zone, until I got to my suite. And I'm like, oh shit, they painted the field. Like, I mean, you had a whole thing with the Hornets and the Hornet logo, and it was nice. It was dope. It was really dope. I mean, it was A1 production. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it was A1 production. So I can only imagine if they flipped it, what it would look like for Norfolk. 0988 coming to you.
What's going on, Scotty? It's your Will.
What's up, Will?
32, man. First things first, man, I'm glad you came over. I'm glad you was able to make it. Again, from all the talking heads we have on YouTube for HBCU football. When we was down, you got on us, and when we was up, now that Del State is up, you really do give us our props along with everybody else. Again, I'm glad everything went smooth for you. I'm glad y'all was able to make it. There was a lot more people there that in that red than I'm sure you was used
Man,
to. Man,
I didn't even. Boy,
seeing.
listen. But let me tell you something though. Will, y'all got the coldest merch. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Y'all got the coldest merch. I was like, I'm looking around like, where you get that jacket from? Where you get that jacket from? Where you get that jacket? Y'all low-key got some cold stuff, bro. Y'all low-key got some cold stuff.
Like the shirt that you got that I sent you and sent Zoe, there was a couple more ladies that had it on. So it was a few people there that had it, but for the most part, there's just so much merch out there. That's why I said if you see something that you like, let me know. We're gonna get it to you. That's not a problem. Again, I saw your boy, your little bald head friend come through there. I saw him.
Dog, listen, short bastard. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you for the field and the production. I think it was great. I knew it was going to be great because, like you said, I think that when Deshawn went to them up there in Philly and told them that he wanted to do this, I was almost certain that they weren't going to be any step short with it. When I saw the field, I was like, they don't even do that for Temple. And Temple is Philly's, that's their team for college. And they play there. And they don't even make it like with the banners and stuff like that. It's not even like that for Temple. So they really went all out for both for I think the whole entire event. My only thing is that I don't know if we can compare it for the next one, because wouldn't the next one technically be at Norfolk, not really at an NFL stadium?
Well, if they wanted to be, like, you gotta, like, from what I was told, you just gotta figure out the logistics. If they want to run it back to the Eagles, because I know the guys I talked to that financed it, like they were part of the finance, and they said they want to do it, but the logistics have to all work out, right? So Norfolk has to be willing to give that home game up to move it to the Eagles Stadium and then go from there. That's really what it comes down to. If Norfolk don't want to move it, then they just be at Norfolk. You get what I'm saying? So that's just what that is.
Right. But I mean, it still be, numbers wise, it will still be the same amount of people.
Oh yeah. It just wouldn't have that vibe and that feel. But yeah, it'll be perfect.
Absolutely, my man. Again, I'm glad you was able to make it. I'm glad y'all got y'all cheesesteak. I'm glad y'all made it back safe, man. I'll be talking to you.
All right, appreciate it, bro. Well, I get you on that, Josh, but to me, it would be like, could you figure out a way? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to figure out a way to make it happen, if possible, right? If possible. I mean, this was just an anomaly for it to work the way it did. The Eagles are on a bye week. Dale State. It was Dale State's home game. Like, it literally was divine. If we're being honest, Deshawn Jackson spoke it up. It was divine intervention that this game happened, because for it to be a perfect scenario like that, to where they're on a bye week and then it's your home game and you're able to move it the way it did, it was just divine intervention, just absolutely. But again, I'm gonna give you all your kudos, Josh. You called it. You said you got to play this game at the link. You called it a year afterwards, but man, it was amazing production, absolutely amazing production. 1063 coming to you.
Howdy, partner. How do?
How do you do?
How doodly do? Well, what's up, my boy?
What's good?
Hey, look now. I might have missed it now. You know who this is now.
I know. Come on, Jay.
I might have missed it. Hey, I know you know who this is. I might have missed it, but I ain't hear nothing about this. I come to you to be able to listen to the trends on the Dale State side. I ain't heard you break down the Dale State side yet. I'm just calling in just to say, I don't want you to forget, because I know you done broke that film down. I don't want you to forget to break down the Dale State performance from last night, because I know I saw some things. I ain't sent you my notes yet with my, my titles at the bottom with all my subtitles and all that. I ain't sent you that yet.
We can talk about. Listen,
sure I
think you missed it. Yeah, you missed a little bit of it, but I said this. I told him. I said,
okay.
If I was Norfolk State, first of all, I would have told Otto Coons, warm your shoulder up, because you're throwing it 40 times a game. We ain't even about to play with it. And once you saw number 5 play the way he played, I said right here, I said, you know what my game plan would have been? Hey, number 5, we're coming at you. It just, until you take him out the game, that's who we throwing at every single time. And then when you put that safety over top, we doing post and seam right behind you. So I think Dell State, we all know Dell State's DBs are bad. We all know that. That ain't nothing. And you talked about you wish they threw more or whatever. Norfolk, to me, once you saw the success that you were having, it should have been bombs over Baghdad. Like, we're just throwing this thing. Like, We gonna look like the 89 Jets with Brett, whatever, whoever that Bama was, or Johnny Unitas or whatever. Yeah, we just throwing this
The
thing.
89 Jets, Johnny Unitas is crazy.
Dog, that's what we would have looked like. Straight shotgun, and everybody's streaking. No Diddy. Everybody's streaking. Just nines all around. Like
Come on, bro.
No, for real, bro. Josh, you
Look,
see how
here's where I am concerned in one part, though, Scotty. I'm concerned about the trend that Dell State's offense is going in right now. I don't know if it's attrition, and season, you run into attrition. First half of the season, you can surprise a lot of folks when they don't necessarily know what to expect. But the offense is trending in the opposite direction. They now 2 games in a row, not leading the country in average yards rushing in the game, over 300 yards per rushing in the game. This is the first time this season we've seen them 2 games in a row under 100 yards rushing for a half, finishing the game right at 200 yards rushing for the game. I know that the mentality is, this is a mentality we all have in playing this game and coaching this game, is get the win by any means necessary. But how concerned are you in the trend that you're starting to see? When you get ready to play against some other defenses, these last 3 games are going to be against some defenses that are a little bit more stingy than I would say even North Carolina Central's defense was, and certainly Norfolk State's defense has shown. They got 51 points put up on them last week, and then they turned back around in this situation and hold them to 43 yards rushing in the first half. Are you concerned about that trend? Is it still? I know it's find a way to win, but we talking. Let's peel the layers back from a football perspective.
I'm not worried about the attrition because I think you probably face the 2 best offenses. South Carolina State's like if I was going, it would go NCCU, South Carolina State, and then Norfolk, just off pure just pure production. Like I know y'all can go right. The next 2 they. The next 2, they just hoping and wishing, right? So it's a game of styles. Styles make fights. So for Norfolk, their issue is their secondary. Their front 7 is
for sure
okay. It ain't special, you know what I'm saying? But the frustration that I have with Delaware State, Nemo holds on to that 2-back set too late. Like it's like his ace in the hole. Like when everything else ain't going right, he'd be like, all right, let's just bust out. And good things happen every time he brings it out. Good. I'm like, bro, why don't you start the game with that thing? But he just does other things, and he sees if it works and blah blah blah. But I think the biggest thing was that punt block. If they don't get that punt block, this is a very different game. It's a completely different game because I already felt like the lights were too bright for Dell State in that game. I felt like Norfolk felt people were coming to see them and for them to pull the upset. So the mentality that Dell State had against NCCU was the mentality that Norfolk had against them, and Delaware State has never been in that position. They had never been hunted.
Ever.
They've never been there.
Ever.
So it's weird.
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard when you're now looked at as the hunted when you've always been a hunter, right? To keep proving yourself time and time out. So that first half, if they don't get that pump block just to kind of ease them in back, like, because now you can go into halftime and say, listen, hey, settle down. We're up. We're good. Play our style of game. You go in down 6-3 or whatever that was, and you're not playing well, and Norfolk has the potential to get hot with throwing the ball, you're in some shit. Now, I do think Deshawn could have coached them up well, but you still in some shit because now I gotta score. Like, it ain't no, oh, maybe we good, we can, maybe not. Like, no, I gotta come out and set the tone. So that punt block was really huge, but the attrition that I hear you talking about, I think it's one of those things like, and you would say, you said it with Davius. Can you stop it? Can you, like, yeah, okay, we do this very well, or we don't do this very well, but can you stop it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
can you stop it for 4 quarters?
Can you stop it for 4 quarters?
For some of these cats, it's just enough for them to stop it for 2 quarters, 2.5, 3 quarters. But can you stop it for 4? Because we saw last night, at any moment,
they
Jones or Gillis, they're gonna hit you with the home run, and then now it's ball game, man.
It's ball game, and again, now They don't have to worry about Otto Coons and J.J. Evans and Cam. And man, them three boys. The travesty is that they don't have 2,000-yard receivers. Like, them boys can go. Like JJ, Cam, Dre. I do not understand why they literally listen. Imagine, bro. Come on, Josh. Imagine you having them.
I mean, Otto Coons is a below average thrower. His arm talent. I mean, just look at his throwing motion.
His arm talent
is very weird.
It's
arm talent is not there. But when you can throw it up to Jones, when you can throw it up to him, back shoulder throw yesterday, you just basically throwing the ball up to him. You know, even the catch that he made when he scored.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was a terrible ball. That was a terrible ball. He made a play on the ball.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
The thing
find
for
a
me,
way to get a tip drill.
The thing for me is, okay, now let's keep it there. You trust Morgan State's quarterback?
I don't trust Morgan State's quarterback as much as I'm starting to see their offense start to get a little bit of continuity. And hear me out on this, right? For the first quarter of the season, I have never seen anybody lose the way that Morgan State has lost this season. Like, I genuinely, I have never seen. It's not that they're trash. They are not a trash football team. When you peel back the layers, you look at the film, they are not a trash football team. They just find the world's wackiest ways to lose football games. Dog, you look at that Howard game last week, and you're like, okay, so they lost how? And I am more concerned about if at this point their continuity can even be established on the offensive side of the ball. They got a dog in that backfield. They got a couple dogs in that backfield. That offensive line is not small. That's a big offensive line, dog. And you know, for 4 quarters, a big offensive line, if you don't ask them to do nothing but just weigh down on the defensive line, a defensive line like Delaware State's, that really you got that one end who's really, really super athletic, but everybody else can get washed down and kind of moved out the way. Delaware State's defense in totality isn't really impressive. What I'm concerned about with Morgan State in this game, if I be completely honest, is how many more ways can you find a way to lose? It's like John Tucker must die. Like it's like 1,000 different ways for you to die.
Dog.
Like, how do they keep finding a different way every single week to lose?
Bro, they've been doing that.
I don't understand.
They've been doing that since the Akron loss. Listen, ever since the Akron loss, that has been Morgan's Achilles heel, is just finding ways to lose. Because if you go back to the Akron game, if you just run the clock out, you win the game. You fumble, you hand the ball off, you call the right play, you hand the ball off, your running back fumbles, they pick it up, they scoop and score, the game's over. Like, it's just been
talking about from last season.
Yeah, it's always been like that with Morgan. It's just like they can't get over the hump. They can't get out of their own way. So to me, it's like when Delaware State's a better team than you, a better coach team than you. Now, defensively, Morgan has always been legit. I'm not going to take nothing away from Morgan State on that aspect. But again, Josh, you understand, you can only be on the field for so long. You can only be great for so. They ain't the 2000 Ravens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you might get us for the first 2 quarters. It might be 7-3, 3-6, but we gonna find a way to get ours because we just that much
gotta score.
We just that much better than you.
Gotta score, man.
We just that much better.
Delaware State does one thing, and I'm not sure if it's Delaware State that does this as much as it is the teams that everybody that's playing against them. When you get stops against Delaware State, you gotta put 6 on the board. I didn't see us do it. I didn't see Norfolk do it yesterday. They went a whole 2 quarters getting stops, 3 and outs, and didn't put nothing up on the board. I don't know if Morgan can, but I won't be surprised if. But I am looking at this trend, though, Scotty. I'm looking at
you trying to find any trend that listen.
I'm just saying.
We the top dogs.
You don't normally go.
Gotta knock us off.
You don't normally go. You said what?
We the top dogs. We the top dogs.
Oh man, come on, man, knock it off, bro.
We the top dogs,
knock
man.
it off.
We the top dogs.
Y'all ain't the top dogs.
Yes,
y'all ain't
and
I don't even know why I'm saying y'all. My dog, but I appreciate you, man. You always know.
Anytime, Jay, man. Anytime. Good conversation, man. Appreciate you. Hey, listen, it is a y'all. It's a we. It's a we thing. Do I got my song in here? Hold on. Let me see.
It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
We family. That's what what it is. We family again.
It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. I'm family. Okay, I'm family. Ain't nobody else out here was repping Dell State like me. I'm family. Uncle Willie coming to you.
Man, I love Sly Stone. Scotty, I got a couple questions.
Yeah, I got you. What's good?
Dell State and well, my picks is still Dell State, Jackson State Celebration Bowl, but this is what I want to know. I'm serious. How much? What is the seating capacity at Dell State and Norfolk? That's the first question.
I think Norfolk is 30 or 35,000. Okay. And I think Dell State is like maybe 8 to 10,000.
Damn.
Maybe 15. Maybe 15.
All right. How much was the general admission tickets last night?
$35.
See, you see how stupid people at Jackson State are. Now, you know, I'm diehard. I'm you have a 60,000 seat stadium. The reason I asked that, Scotty, because I know that the cost of living, I drove truck for 30 years. I know that the cost of living up that way is a little bit higher. So hell, if they can charge $35, why the hell you can't charge $35 for general admission and just in the premier seats, you charge what you want to charge to fill the fucking stadium out. I mean, I was just curious when you all was talking about they was playing Eagle Stadium. I was just curious. I just had to know that. I just had to know.
Well, you know, for the Eagles, it's a win. You know what I'm saying? Like the Eagles they come out on top anyway because it's like, hey, you know, we gonna make all our money back on Sunday when we charging $350 per ticket and then we charging $3,000 per. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna make their money back regardless. So it's extra money. You know what I'm saying? So however that goes, but. You know, for Jackson, I mean, how much are you going to sell for premium? That's the question, right? Like, if general admission is $35, what you going to sell for premium?
Well, my thing is, Scotty, you know, you done been in the stadium. You know, on the lower corridor.
Yeah, I know.
From 40-yard lines to 40-yard lines on both sides, you know, they can put backs and armrests in those chairs, and they can charge $40, $50 for those seats. The rest of those seats in the upper corridor and around in the end zone, they can charge $35. They're gonna still make that money. They're gonna still come out $2 million.
But you're not answering my question, Uncle. What are you charging? What are you charging for the premium section? That's what I'm asking.
The premium section, you could charge $60. You can charge $60 that's what I'm saying. You can charge $60 for those premium seats.
So why not just charge? So why not just keep it at 50 or 45 or 50 for general admission and just 60, 65? Like, to me, the thing with Jackson State, if I'm being honest, is that they don't have any suites. That is where they're losing. If Jackson, and that's why I felt as though they should have kept prime seats. They should have kept that idea. They should have kept that whole moniker. And because I know they do like the little umbrellas and cabanas and all that. They do that. Nah, they need, like, if Jackson State had a true suite section like Alabama State, they would make a killing. And even for A&M, AD Bryant told me that a lot of those suite sections are he had to build dog houses because a lot of those suite sections were in people's wills. So it's a waiting list for them. So people dying and they got in their will and then they got the money coming out automatically because
what?
Yeah. AD Bryant said he hasn't had an open. I swear to God on everything I love. He said he hasn't had an open suite in the last 3 years because the ones in the ones inside the stadium, because people they just keep them running in their family. They just keep, renewing or whatever. So that's why he had to build dog houses so people who wanted suites could get suites. And they still have a wait list for suites, right? So it's one of those things that I think if Jackson State did the same thing, you would make a double of what you're, probably like a triple of what you're making because people want to be in suites.
Let me say this, Scotty. You have knuckleheads that want to build a new stadium, which is complete idiocy to me. What they should do, what I think they should do, since a lot of people don't travel, and that's a lot of fans for you to have to try to fill up the visitor side.
Yeah.
Well, hell, you take off the top 10 rows on the visitor side and put suites on that side all the way down. if they put suites on all the way down, or either in the end zone, in the top part, on the top part, just eliminate those first 10 rows and just renovate and just put suites all the way across.
Well,
I think that
the tough thing, and I agree. Listen, I agree with you, Mr. Uli. Now, I don't know how much a renovate, because usually sometimes people say it's more expensive to renovate than it is to build something new. But I don't know in regards to stadiums how that works. That's with some houses, right? Like houses, with old pipes and stuff. They be like, they got to take all the plumbing. It costs more sometimes than just to build a new home. But for that, what I would do is where the bowl starts to curve, I would go suites from there all the way around the curve into the guest side. That's where, or maybe into like half of the curve, and wherever that curve is, and that's where I will put suites at, right above that. And I do agree with you. I would take those top levels down, maybe like you said, 10 to 15 levels, 10 to 15 rows, and do like a 3-level tier suite. So you have maybe like 10 suites. So it'll be like a total of 30 suites, right? They got the first floor suites, the second floor suites, and the third floor suites. And that's how I would do it. Because they would make a killing. They would, and I think it's a perfect spot. And then what also I would do, the tunnel on the other side of the opposite of the bowl, I would double decker that, right? So I would build something on top of that tunnel and make it a suite section up there as well. So I would do something there and then something behind that bowl. I think that would be perfect.
Man, we have too much sense for those. Anyway, everything you just said, I done thought about for the last 30 years. But I appreciate you, Scotty. I appreciate you taking my call. And I still say it's Dale State and Jackson State in the Celebration Bowl. That's what I'm pulling for.
It'll be
South Carolina.
It'll be dope. It would absolutely be dope. Hey, appreciate the call, Mr. Willie.
Yeah, it would. Thank you, brother.
No problem.
Thank you, bye.
Let me say this, and again, I would prefer Jackson just to get a new stadium. I think Jackson at 35,000, right? Like a 30,000 seat stadium. Like I pack it out. That's the beauty. Like that's the beauty of a stadium. Pack it out. Don't make it 50,000 and then make that whole 35,000. You know what I'm saying? 35,000 seat stadium. And pack that shit, man. It should be blue from the left all the way to the right. Make it the most rambunctious stadium in FCS, to where it's like shit. And then you got to make it like Iowa. I don't know if anybody's seen Iowa's stadium. The crowd is literally like right at the edge of the field, and it's like they're right on top of you. Like that's how they should make it if they do make a new stadium. That's how I build it. 8572 coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's going on with you?
Man, that game, man, just the atmosphere, man. I just want to comment on the atmosphere.
Oh, you were there? You was there?
Like I told you, no, I wasn't there, man, but just watching it on TV.
Got you.
No, because I'm from Michigan, so I've been to quite a few Michigan games, and man, that's an atmosphere, man. For those two teams. I just don't think the MEAC just put out a good product all the time, man. But my question to you, man, how could the MEAC kind of like play off that kind of atmosphere that they had last night, man? You think they're going to play off of it, or are they just going to go back to the traditional way of putting their football out?
The MEAC is the MEAC is like the middle child, right? Like, they're not the firstborn. They're not the baby. They're like you kind of like they're there, but they're not there, right? So when you have 6 teams, people don't care. So when it's really a 2-team, it's just so much things working against them that it's like you don't care about the MEAC. The people who care about the MEAC are the people that are in the MEAC, right? But that's what Michael Vick and Deshawn Jackson does. They bring in other eyeballs and other entertainment factors to make people care about the MEAC. But the way the MEAC is situated and structured, there's no reason to care about the MEAC. It's fucking 6 teams. Like, who gives a shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, it's action every week because you only got 6 of you Bamas. That's why it's action every week. You can't lose a game in the MEAC. Because it's 6 of you niggas. Like, what do you want? What do you? It's like 6 Spider-Man memes. Everybody just pointing at each other like this. Like, oh, yeah, come on, man. Like, so again, I think, and I was talking to Mr. Campbell about this. The thing that frustrates me more about the MEAC is this, especially like NCAT and Hampton. So you're sitting back as an HBCU, and you think you're better than the MEAC, and you keep putting your bid into the CAA, and the CAA keeps shutting you down. They keep shutting you down. It's like, it's okay. Perfect example. Like NCAT and Hampton, right? Not Bethune and Fam, but NCAT and Hampton. This is how I see NCAT and Hampton. NCAT and Hampton is like the girl you try to holler at high school who was a cheerleader, right? She didn't give you no time of day. She went hollering at you. You was in, Hampton was in the geek club and NCAT was in the math club or the debate team, right? You trying to holler at the cheerleader, they don't want to talk to you. Now the cheerleader done got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies, and now she like, hey, how you doing? That's what the CAA did. That's literally what the CAA did. When they had all the big dogs, they didn't give a shit about you. They was like, nah, we good over here, homie. We good, Slim. When them big dogs started to get up out of there, they was like, hey, who can we find to fill in this void? And they went and got the black people. And the black people just so happy to go. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Now, granted, I get it. The finances and all the financial stuff behind it, I get all that. So I'm not taking that away as well. But for my thing is just, why isn't the MEAC approaching other schools in the same faction in the same way? That shit's going bad at home. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it at the house? Come over here. We'll take care of you. Like, that's all my thing. I'm sorry, but I know I went along.
I got a question for you. No, but Scotty, me personally, man, I get why they carrying them rep, but they should make their way on back to the MEAC, man. I mean, the way stuff's shaping out, can they really even compete with them teams that they're playing with in that conference? To me, it looks like they can't. So you see to bring yourself back to the MEAC. I understand why Bethune and FAMU left to go to the SWAC because, just being where they're located at, it made more sense. And to be honest with you, I just think that, obviously be honest, Scotty, the SWAC got more tradition than the MEAC to me.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even really understand why Tennessee State is still in the division at the end. They should come back to the MEAC. Because I guarantee you, if they play in the MEAC, they'll be a lot better. They compete a lot better, to be honest with you.
I think for me, if I'm Tennessee State, I go to the MEAC because I know Tennessee State, like I know people say Tennessee State's a SWAC school, but I think Tennessee State really cares about football more than is needed. And I think the MEAC needs them more than the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? Like if Tennessee State came, I'm dropping Valley or UAPB. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, one of y'all niggas gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a bug with you. I'm like, one of you Bama's gotta go. Okay, one of you Bama's got to go. Because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why are we bringing in Tennessee State and we still got to keep up with Valley or UAPB? One of you niggas got to go. That's my 2 cents on it. But man, appreciate the call though, Patrice. Let me say this. I saw this one question. Yeah, I like this one. Is the Celebration Bowl energy like last night? I've never been there. Okay, so the Celebration Bowl that I went to with South Carolina State and Jackson State, it was close. It wasn't the same. It was close. Now, I think the NCCU and Jackson State game, I think that would have matched. I think just the intensity of that game and the way it was played and how it was, I think that NCCU game and Jackson State energy-wise was probably the same, but packed, hey, hell no. Hell no. Neither one of the Celebration Bowls, I need you to think about this. The Thursday night game outdrew attendance-wise both Celebration Bowls that year. It outdrew the Celebration Bowl with South Carolina State and Jackson, and it outdrew the NCCU and Jackson State Bowl. Like, on a Thursday night game. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. You know what I'm saying? So just packed wise, no. But I do believe that NCCU and that Jackson State, I do believe that. I bet that stadium was absolutely on fire just because of the way the game was played, fourth down, going back and forth, It was just a lot of energy, just how the game was being played. But just off the looks of it, fuck. No. That Eagle Stadium was packed, bro. It was packed to the brim. I ain't never seen that many Delaware State people in my life. It was dope. It was dope. A Thursday in Philly off 95. Like it was crazy, bro. I'm telling y'all, it was crazy. And at right before halftime, I was coming down. People were still trying to get into the stadium. It was crazy. And that's why the Legion was late, man. It was crazy. So I absolutely enjoyed it, man. Again, I'm gonna shout out to my guy Kenny for talking me into going, man. I really, really, really had a great time. And I really enjoyed myself, man. Shout out to everybody I met. Shout out to my boy Jay Reed for introducing me to a lot of the Delaware State players. Shout out to Coach Travis Clark, man, for showing me love. Shout out to my guy Riemann on the on Vic staff, man, for talking to me about the game and stuff like that, man. I really enjoyed it, man. But listen, I got to get up out of here, guys. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm a holla. God bless.